Hi, I'm Rob, and this is real world, everyday carry. So many people got zombie bags and shit ready to go now, and in the real world, you just don't walk around with a 50 to 100 pound pack on your back all the time, ready for the zombie apocalypse. So, this is real world stuff that takes up almost no space. And first and foremost, what is not in the video yet, I think is the most important, is a good pair of boots. And these are Bates composite toe waterproof. They're very lightweight. They can run and gun like a tennis shoe and hold up like a boot. And they give you ankle support. And Bates makes all kinds of different ones now. Biker boots, you name it. Work boots. But these are like what the military wear, because you can do just about anything in them. So find a pair of boots that you can live with daily. That is something that, doesn't matter whether you work at Walmart or in an office somewhere, on a construction site, on a roof. I'd wear these to any of them. Now, these have seen better days. They're a number of years old. But boots, wintertime, summertime, they're great. Doesn't matter. Now, you know, most everybody out there is going to have a pocket knife. I keep my pocket knives cheap, under 30 bucks, because I generally break them or lose them. I use them as pry bars, screwdrivers, and every once in a while I use them to cut something. I have an entire box full of Gerbers with snapped off blades. Nothing against Gerbers, it's just my doing, not theirs. Not like they put out a cheap product. But I'm a huge fan of the pocket clip. And this is actually a little bit big for my taste, but it seems to be a good sturdy knife. I'll do another knife video here later today. But yeah, carry a pocket knife. As I said, this is actually big for my taste. And it's not huge, but it's big for my taste. But slides in your pocket, you don't even notice it's there. A flashlight. There is so many flashlights on the market now. High luminance and beams and distance and flashing and strobes and you name it. This thing was like $8. It runs on one AAA battery, which you can find anywhere. It has a really long run time, 20 plus hours, real easy. Actually, it might even be up to 40 hours. But very easy to find batteries for. Not expensive batteries. In a pinch, if you need one, every house TV remote has them. AAAs are a very common battery. It's waterproof, it's lightweight, it puts out good light. It's not super bright, but at the same time at night, I do a lot of hunting with the dog. Yeah, there's my assistant Roxy. And, a real bright white beam light at night kills your peripheral vision. You can see what is directly out in front of you, what you're pointing the flashlight at. But what's off to the side, you can't see because your eyes adjust to the light. And that's all your eyes will see. When we hunt at night, I actually wear a headlamp, and it has a couple different settings. It has high and low. But when I'm hunting in the woods, it has two little red LEDs, and they are not bright at all. It's enough to see while you're walking, but you can see what's next to you because your eyes aren't, your pupils don't dilate like they do when you have a bright flashlight. So no, this is not super bright, but I know I can turn it on. It's going to last tonight. It's going to last tomorrow night. All that's if you ran it all night. It's very small and fits in your pocket really nice. You don't even know it's there. A Bic lighter. And I will say, get a Bic. All things aside, Bics just last forever. Oh, and the flashlight's a mag light. As I said, there's all kinds of fancy lights out there, but I like simple and easy. But a lighter or a pack of matches, I recommend a lighter. Get yourself a mini Bic if you're worried about that much space. But they last so long. They always work. I see all these videos of guys, starting fires with flints and steels and fire rods, and I'm going to use a lighter. And it fits in my pocket real easy. Now, a little bit of paracord. I could have it bunched up smaller, but I use it for a dog leash when I go in public places. I just carry a carabiner on the end because it's nice to have something to slip through or an easy clip. But yeah, it's just I could have it all balled up into one of those fancy knots or something, but it's something that I use on a regular basis. So it gets folded up, and that's it. But even still, at that, I carry 10 feet just so I have a little bit extra. I don't even need that much. Actually, there's more than 10 feet here, but something simple again. Doesn't take up much space. Carry it in my back pocket. A trash bag. Now, you can go to your local store and get yourself a 99-cent poncho or whatever, but it does the same thing. You poke a hole in this, you got a poncho. Slice the sides open, you got a roof for a emergency shelter or something to lay on wet ground. It doesn't take up much more space than a couple pieces of paper. Very simple, very effective for just about everything. Everyone's got them in their home. Don't have to look anywhere special to get it. And again, slides right in your back pocket. Now I am carrying a knife, a second knife. I'll do a video on those later. And a pair of gloves. Generally in the summertime I don't carry gloves, but they don't have to be anything special. I like these because you can work in them. They're thinner, and if you look, there's melt marks on them. I don't know what that's from, but I'm glad it wasn't my fingers. Exposure is terrible. I live in Pennsylvania, and it is nothing for the weather to fluctuate 40-50 degrees in a 24-hour period. It can be 70 degrees right now. Tomorrow at this time it'd be 30 degrees or 20 degrees. Snow on the ground. Very common. I hear in the desert, I haven't spent much time in the desert, but same thing. It can be 100 and drop down to 50 degrees. Hypothermia is very easy to get cold. It's much harder to get warm. So protect your hands, keep warm, and simple, everyday carry items. Said I'm not, these aren't baggy jeans or anything. You don't even notice the stuff I'm carrying. Very simple, very light. Don't even notice it. And my most important survival tool is that thing right there. One thing in the world that I trust 100% with my life. That dog is amazing. But just something to think about with all these videos out there. Keep it light, keep it simple, keep it functional. It doesn't have to be high dollar stuff. It doesn't have to be, state of the art. It doesn't have to be Stone Age. Because in the world we live in, everywhere around here, you're within 30 minutes of a Walmart. Hopefully nothing ever happens, but if it does, you got the basics. Yeah, I'm out playing in the woods. You can hear the fire whistle down in town now. But have a good one. Something to think about.